Pinag-uusapan nga ngayon ang naging revelasyon ni Cyruz nang siya ay 6 na taong gulang pa lamang. Ang nakakagulat ay ang hindi pagpapaniwala sa kanya ng kanyang ina sa napakasaklap na experience ni Jake. Sa murang edad niya bilang si Cyruz Pempengco, 6 na taong gulang, nagsimula ang lahat. Sa kwento ni Cyruz, I was 6-year-old when an uncle began sexual abusing me. The first time it happened, I was playing in the living room while he drew. He looked up from the sketches he was making and called me over. "Come here, I'll draw you," he said. Even at that age, my instinct told me something bad was going to happen. But I had no choice but to follow him. As he drew me, my mind quickly shifted to denial. My uncle then asked me to come with him to his room. We were going to sleep, he told me. Even if I had said no, I was so small and helpless. All he had to do was pick me up. Of course, we didn't sleep. He lay behind me, spooned me, and started touching me all over. My uncle, supposedly my second father, asked me to touch his genitals. I refused to move and didn't talk. I just lay there stiffy, waiting for the nightmare to be over. I think that disappointed him. He gave up and I breathed a sigh of relief, thinking that was it, that he would never touch me again. I was wrong. The sexual abuse happened again and again and again the entire year that we lived with him in my grandmother's house. The fact that my mother was never home during the day made it easy for him to assault me whenever he wanted. There was no one to watch over Koy and me, and even though my brother was always in the house with me, somehow he never saw the horrible things that happened. At night, when we'd be waiting or watching TV, my uncle would suddenly pick me up, put me on his lap, and warn me not to move. "I'll teach you something," he'd say, and start kissing me torridly. Believe it or not, my mother or my other family members were there. I could hear my relatives cooking and talking among themselves in the kitchen while my uncle was abusing me. During those times, I kept wishing someone would see. Please let someone see. His grip was so right on my small frame, and he always punctuated this attack with the same threat: "If you tell anyone, I'll kill you." It was something he was actually capable of. Like I said, violence runs in our blood. Narito pa ang kahindik-hindik na revelasyon ni Cyruz as Cyruz Pempengco. That time, one time he tried to penetrate me. The only reason he didn't succeed was because it was physically impossible. I was a tiny 6-year-old girl and that could have killed me. I'm guessing he didn't know that. I can talk about these things now, but when I was a child, I would often myself staring blankly into the distance. I felt anger and fear, the tip of my tongue holding all the words I wish I had the courage to say but couldn't. I'd go to school, sit in my chair, and think about my miserable life as my teachers taught us innocent first grade stuff like addition and subtraction. 15 years later, I told my mother about the abuse. We were inside a car with Koy, and she was reprimanding us over something I can no longer remember. All of a sudden, she mentioned that she was going to invite my assailant to our Tagaytay house. This triggered my anger, and the shift in my mood showed on my face. She asked me why I was being sullen when my uncle helped us so much in the past. Mommy wouldn't drop it, so I finally said he did something to me. She didn't believe me. She called my uncle up and asked if my accusations were true. Of course, he denied it. So mommy got mad at me instead. She told me I had a lot of nerve to be making up stories about the old man. When I came out a male transgender in 2017, many straight cisgender men crawled out of the woodwork with their male egos. They showed up in the comment section. Marami ang naging revelation ni Cyruz sa kanyang book na I Am J, kung saan ay ibinulgar niya nga ang lahat-lahat. Hindi naman napigilan ni Xian Gasa ang mapareact dito, at ang aniya, ang bigat naman sa dibdib ng chismis na to. Yung mga nagmumulesya ng sarili nilang kapamilya ay may special place sa impyerno, mga demonyo kayo. Well, sa naging post naman ni Mami Raquel ay pinabulaanan niya ang mga naging akusasyon na ito sa aklat ni Cyruz. Well, sino kaya nagsasabi ng katotohanan sa kanila? Yan ang ating showbiz snap update. Please like, share, and subscribe. Give it the so-called credit to the rightful owner.